We all get overwhelmed. We get stuck in our heads about some issue or another. We play out the scenarios, we do pro and con lists, and we try to reassure ourselves that everything will be fine. Yet, the stress doesn't seem to subside, and it just kind of simmers on the back burner of our mind, resulting in us going through our days tense and agitated. Of course, there are many things mental health professionals like myself will tell you to do. Take deep breaths, go for a walk, journal. But in my experience, all of these things are not quite as good as the one tip that we will discuss in this video. But before we get into it, I invite you to hit the like and the subscribe button. By doing this, you really are doing your part by helping other people find ways to improve their performance and mental health on YouTube videos, utilizing videos like this. So let me just preface this by saying that most psychological interventions make you want to kind of say, well, duh. Once you hear about them, they seem quite obvious. But I think what is often missing is for people to understand why a certain mental health tool works. And that way they can really apply it in their own way. So today I'm going to use myself as an example. This is not something I do very often, so bear with me as I become more vulnerable. And so I've been pretty stressed about PhD applications. For anyone that has gone through this process, you know how much self-doubt they can induce. There's kind of a constant looming fear of rejection and wondering, did I do enough for that application? You can really put yourself on a treadmill of perfection in which you just constantly try to make your application better with really no end in sight. And at the same time, you wonder, do the professors I asked for recommendations actually want to recommend me? And all kinds of fun thoughts like that. So this has been my brain loop for the last few weeks, and I was to the point of potentially even delaying applying to my first choice school by a year. Then a few days ago, in a self-compassion training course I'm in, we were asked to divulge something we were struggling with to our practice partners. And just like that, I let out all of these thoughts and feelings that have been spiraling in my mind to my partner. And even though I know how effective this can be, I had absolutely no hopes that this would result in any type of positive outcome for myself. Our partners actually were not allowed to coach or psychoanalyze us. They were instructed to just simply sit and listen. Surprisingly, the next day I woke up with the oddest feeling of motivation to complete my applications. It almost felt easy. Now that all the fear was kind of out of the way, I felt that it just wasn't so bad as I was making it out to be. And this is what I want you to consider if you're feeling stressed. Revealing those thoughts and emotions to someone you trust, or in my case, even a complete stranger, can be much more beneficial than you can ever imagine. Oftentimes, our anxieties grow in the shadows. We allow our feelings and thoughts to commingle and feed on each other in our minds, and letting them out helps us organize and see our fears for what they really are, pretty manageable. Additionally, this gives us the opportunity to feel the emotions that we have been suppressing. No one likes to feel fear, but it can be a little easier with a friend or a family member. And as we say in psychology, what we can feel, we can heal. Oftentimes, we feel that avoiding difficult feelings will help us not feel pain. But in actuality, difficult feelings actually dissipate much quicker if we go toward them and if we actually feel them. And really anyone can fall into this trap of avoidance and resistance, even someone who technically knows better. And oftentimes this leads to a stuck feeling. You feel like you can't move forward from this one thing. So I encourage any of you who are feeling stuck or stressed to really open up about what you're going through. It can feel really scary, but I swear you will feel so much better. Also, I realize that not all of us have someone to talk to, or maybe you just don't have someone to talk to right now. And so I felt that it was somewhat unethical to make a video about telling people to talk to someone without offering an opportunity to talk to someone. So what I did was I went in to my calendar and I opened up some slots of 20-minute sessions that are going to be open to anyone who would like to book one. And you can just book one anytime and we can just talk. You can come in with whatever you want and we can use the session however you want for that 20 minutes. No strings, no expectations. because I really think that this is super important, and I think everyone deserves this opportunity that I had to open up to someone and to feel that relief that comes with sharing our fears and really bringing them into the light. So I will have that link below, feel free to use it. And I will see you all next week with another video on Monday. If you'd like, I also encourage you to sign up for my newsletter, which comes out every Monday as well, called Monday Motivation. You can do so below with another link down there.